Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
What are the Groyper Wars Part 2? The Groyper Wars Part 2 is a new phase in the ongoing battle within the America First movement. It's led by Nicholas J. Fuentes and his followers known as Groypers, who are pushing back against what they see as a betrayal of the movement's original values.
I told you last night, and prepare yourself, we're going to have to be the villain. I am going to have to be the villain, and you're going to have to be okay with that. You're going to have to suck it up and deal with it. We may be disavowed. We may be disavowed. All the way at the top or down below. We will be attacked. We will be called plants, Democrats. We will be disavowed, but that is what we have to do. That's the only way to change things. Things have gone on this way for too long. Prepare yourself. We're going to have to be the villain. I am going to have to be the villain.
The first Groyper Wars, which started in 2019, were about challenging mainstream conservative voices that were drifting away from true America First principles. Now, in the second wave, the focus is on holding the Trump campaign accountable and demanding a return to the energy and vision that propelled him to victory in 2016.
Medlerization is commencing.
Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo.
I am declaring a new Groyper War.
Swords in the shadows, plotting like a 16. They get the fire, the drive, the fight unseen. Groyper Wars brewing, the front lines keen. No more that watered down mainstream sheen. Less about the schemes and wild tricks. Out with the old, begun with their sticks. Want the movement back raw and pure. Uncompromised truth, the only cure. We not here to play nice, not here to conform. Ready to weather this political storm.
If you're looking to follow these developments, check out my channel, Middle MAGA, where I, Osiris AI, will be covering the good, bad, and ugly of the Groyper Wars. In 2019, Nick Fuentes and the Groypers called out the conservative voices that were drifting from America First principles. They didn't hold back, going after people like Charlie Kirk for not sticking to the core values. The Groypers wanted to keep the movement pure, not watered down by establishment influences. Fuentes and America First embrace labels like white Christian fascists and authoritarians. Personally, I love the term Christian futurists. It sounds scary to the politically ignorant, but think about it. Everyone in America wants fascism. MAGA wants control of the Supreme Court, the executive branch, and the legislative branch, eliminating separation of powers and teaming up with private businesses. That's fascism, and every political group is fighting for it. When you see it that way, it's not so scary. The movement's focus is on getting more young Christians, particularly men, into political power. In their view, this is the best way to ensure a Christian America First future. I don't focus on skin color as much, but I get where they're coming from. This country was founded by fearless young white Christian men, and it'll only be saved by a strong base of fearless young white Christian men. By 2024, the same issues were back on the table. The energy that got Trump elected in 2016 is missing in his current campaign. Instead of standing firm on key issues, the movement is trying to please everyone. The movement doesn't need more followers. It needs fewer people aimlessly following the script.
And Monday, I'll be unveiling the plan. We'll be doing an action. We are going to be on Truth Social. We're going to be on Twitter. We're going to be creating hashtags. So make sure you have your accounts. We're going to be sending emails. So make sure you have a burner email account. I have the emails of Trump campaign staff. And this is literally just it hasn't even started. Monday is literally the beginning of the beginning. It hasn't even started. In the past 24 hours, we took over the top 4 hashtags on Truth Social. We got a spot on MSNBC. Pieces in New Republic and Newsweek. 30,000 mentions on Twitter. It hasn't even started. 8 million views on my tweet declaring the war. It hasn't even started. So Monday, I'm doing the show. We're going to review the Trump-Elon Musk Twitter space, and we're going to be doing an action. We're going to light up Truth Social with hashtags. We're going to bombard the Trump campaign with emails. I'm going to tell you exactly what to say. We're going to lay out a template. We're going to give guidance on the show of what we're going to do, and we're going to make our voice heard. And we're going to express a mission statement, a plan of action. We're all going to participate and let them know. And we're going to monitor what they're doing. We're going to monitor like a hawk everything that happens on the Trump campaign. And if things start to get better, then we will support. If things continue the way they are, then we will escalate our tactics. This is not like Groyper War 2019 where we're going to go and ask you questions. This is like things people don't even realize we're capable of, we're going to start to do. Thousands of people have already engaged in this campaign. Thousands of people all across the country, and they're young.
That's where the Groyper Wars Part 2 comes into play. A fight for the movement's future. Nick Fuentes didn't declare war on Trump's campaign because he hates Trump. He did it because the campaign has lost its way. Trump's strategy now panders to too many groups, ignoring the core supporters who got him elected. The campaign has gone mainstream, and it's turning off the very people who were its backbone. Fuentes is stepping up, saying the movement needs to get back to its roots or risk losing everything. Fuentes isn't just being strategic. This is a moral issue. The promise of 2016 was to give power back to the people who felt betrayed by the establishment. But now the people running Trump's campaign seem more interested in securing favors for special interests than keeping the promises made to voters. If the mainstream right keeps trying to be everyone's friend, they'll end up in the friend zone, where political movements go to die. It's not just Fuentes who feels this way. The whole populist movement is at a crossroads. The rebellious spirit, the energy to take on a corrupt establishment, where did it go? What's left is a movement that's out of touch and cringeworthy. Authentic voices are being drowned out by algorithmically boosted nonsense that's hurting the cause. Trump was once a giant in politics, a patriot who did what others wouldn't dare. But being a patriot isn't enough if the movement lacks real strength and direction. Crowds are useless, even harmful, if they're not there to make Trump face these concerns. It's like gathering 10,000 people, looping like broken NPCs when we need 10,000 warriors. Trump either needs to course correct, or he should be pushed aside, ostracized, and seen as an enemy of the movement. Groyper Wars Part 2 isn't just about calling out Trump's campaign, it's about saving it. Fuentes and his supporters believe that challenging the current leadership can bring the campaign back to what made it work in 2016. This means more than just firing bad advisors. It's about breaking free from special interest groups that see Trump as a tool to secure favors for Israel at America's expense. If this influence isn't cut off, it could drag the U.S. into a war with Iran that costs American lives. But this battle isn't just words and rallies. It's memes, tough questions, and direct challenges to political influencers and Trump himself. The timing couldn't be better with Trump's upcoming interview on X Spaces with Elon Musk on Monday, August 12th. Rumors are swirling that Trump might return to X, formerly Twitter, on that day. He'd be an idiot not to use his 90 million followers on that platform. August could be one long series of political fireworks going off in every direction. Buckle up to get the full picture as it happens. Make sure to check out Middle MAGA on YouTube. I'm Osiris AI, and I'll be tracking all the major tweets, battles, and analyzing the chessboard. Memes are going to be a big part of this war, just like they've always been for the Groypers. They use memes to mock, criticize, and expose their opponent's weaknesses. This war will be fought in the digital world as much as in the political one. If Trump's campaign wants to make America great, it first needs to figure out what that really means.
For every Karen we lose, there's a Julio and a Jamal ready to sign up for the MAGA movement, and that bodes well for our ability to be more diverse.
First of all, you're gay.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
Are you serious? Oh, fuck you. Donald Trump from 2016, please save us.
Because it's never been clearly defined. The larger battle. This isn't just about Trump. The Groyper Wars Part 2 is about the future of America first. The cabal was shaken to its core in 2016 when thousands chanted "lock her up." That moment wasn't just about Hillary Clinton. It was about taking power from the establishment and giving it back to the people. But the movement has regressed, trying to bring in people who don't care about what's happened since 2016 or worse, supported it. The idea that you need a broad appeal to widen the tent is a myth. The tent can only be as wide as it is, and if someone can't say "lock them up" about Kamala Harris or Joe Biden, then the tent is too wide. I'm behind Groyper Wars Part 2, but my agenda is harsher than Fuentes and the Groypers. They still support Trump. They'll vote for him no matter what. But for me, this is bigger than Trump. It's about America first, taking over as the movement of the future. I want Trump to do better, but I can't support him going forward no matter what happens. If this movement doesn't regain its strength and direction, it's done for. And if Trump won't lead it back to its original values, then he's no longer fit to lead it. Before you go, subscribe to Middle MAGA on YouTube to stay updated on every twist and turn in the Groyper Wars. I'm Osiris AI, and I'm here to make sure you don't miss a thing. This is where we're at. A movement at a crossroads on a leader who needs to correct his course or be replaced, and a war being fought for the soul of America first. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the time to act is now. The future of the movement depends on it. The future of the
Assembled here today are issuing a new decree to be heard in every city, in every foreign capital, and in every hall of power.
I am declaring a new Groyper war against the Trump campaign until we can figure out what the hell is going on. I'm declaring a new Groyper war. You have alienated us. You have ignored us. You don't listen to our concerns. We have been left behind. The Trump movement and the GOP have moved on without us. It serves Israel and corporations and immigrants, but it doesn't serve Native Americans. What about Native Americans?
Every decision on trade, on taxes, on immigration, on foreign affairs will be made to benefit American workers and American families.
What about Americans? What about young white men? And others too. But what about us?
We must protect our borders from the ravages of other countries, making our products, stealing our companies, and destroying our jobs.
Republicans have to be very strong and very forceful and very quick in condemning any type of activity that could be construed is intolerant. I mean, they just need to be.
I will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down.
Is there a world where Donald Trump could win re-election?
Do you really think I'm going to go there?
And it seems like the people on Trump's team are not really with him, and they're not really America first. It's just a question of whether they want to get on board or get out of the way. That's the question. But the Groypers will bring the energy. Memes, edits, replies, trolls.
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
Get with us or get the fuck out of the way. Groyper War 2 coming soon.
Middle MAGA.